Mhm. It was fuck. And that wasn't the fucking bonfire. I don't even remember which way to go. It's been so long. Oops. That. Yeah. Fuck me. Here we go. Smells good. Halo K. Not much. Streaming. I'm not gonna be here on Saturday. Whee! How am I alive?
Your health is greater than 0.
Did you see where my health was?
Nope.
The health bar didn't look like there was anything there. It looked empty. That's how low it was. It must have been like 1.
I wonder what each tick is a unit of measure of.
Kick?
Like every line on the health bar.
Oh yeah. It'd be less than 1 if those are every big bar is 5. I'm thinking like how rulers work or whatever. But I don't think that's how that works. I wonder what the ticks represent too. They probably, well, I guess they technically do probably have an actual numerical value, huh? Considering it's all code.
I mean, you can probably look at your max health and then divide it by, I don't know, 5.5, 4.5.
Right. A little bit of Estus in my life.
I was gonna look something up, but I forgot what.
It was something up your butt. That's a little joke from me to you. Oh shit. I guess I offended you, huh? Well, that's how these things work because even um, even like the most conservative people by like 500 years ago standards would probably have some offense taken. You know, it's all relative. It's relativity, baby. I didn't time it at all correctly. Dog. I'm so dumb. I fucking lay your nuts on a dresser, just your nutsacks by themselves and bang them shits with a spike bat. Shout out to the Woo. Also, I put my finger in a fucking metal fan. 'Cause I'm a genius. How's your desktop looking? Oh, you can share your screen too. Well, it'll take a second for me to be able to look at it too, but you can share your screen. I could probably help. Oh, okay. Okay. Word. Oh yeah, that works. That makes sense because it's a booting problem. If you could screen share, the problem would be solved. Oh, oh yeah. Oh, actually, that might still be able to work because we could probably hit it with some terminal commands. Also, I don't necessarily disagree that it's Manjaro when I was saying the bit about it being the EFI boot manager on your Mobo, because the software the Linux distro, that whichever one you're installing, has to communicate with the EFI boot manager in order to tell it where it's located so that it can boot it. And what might not necessarily what's happening, but what could be happening is that something's being corrupted in that process so that it doesn't actually get the correct address. But I know how to use the tool for that, so worst case scenario, I could help you just override whatever Manjaro is doing. Oh, I missed it. I gotta see it again. Oh yeah, they are. I mean, isn't that the move? But you can see it from its. There they go. Look, there they are. Look at those testes. Nice and tight too. Shriveled up testes. Okay, you asked for it. Fuck! There goes the fucking souls! doesn't make sense. No. I'm a doctor. So, that's pretty cool. I told Dylan. Oh. You did right. You don't need to correct every little little bit, dog. You like that's what software is, motherfucker. Software is taking someone's software and then adding onto it, building on top of it. So you wrote the script that did that. Somebody wrote parts of the script for you already, but you don't need to fucking be that specific, dog. Come on now. Oh, I was telling Dylan. I was telling Dylan that I wanted to take you over to his place at some point. I think you would enjoy seeing his new place. Play with some of his stuff. He has a soldering station with the air or whatever too, so that you can like resurface things and whatnot. Yeah. Yep. And what's the other thing? We have a collection of Game Boys and stuff too. But he has like a little workshop thing he had there. That's kind of neat. I think mainly you would like the solder station thing. But I think you'd like some of the other stuff too, obviously. Yeah, yeah, that's what me and him are working on too. I mean, maybe you can join us too. We're thinking of like an AI project or a robotics thing. Well, it's gonna be kind of a little bit of both, huh? But like tapping into robotics. We met in a robotics thing, so I thought it seemed appropriate. And I like robot stuff. I haven't done robot stuff in a while. Oh yeah, you did robot stuff too. That could be fun. Yeah, you haven't. You can actually help. You have experience. Yeah, well, it's gonna be all together. But maybe that could sway me into being more of the pedal stuff. But we're we got these 3 hundos, or not. Oh wow, it's right there. That's fine. It didn't sound like loud. It just sounded really like clean there. Interesting. Well, maybe it isn't around there, but no, that's more muffled. It's just like how the air is traveling because of you speaking in that area is like, I don't know, you know, math and science or whatever. I don't know. One of them sounded like it could have been it, even though it wasn't that loud. It was like a little more like staticky than the other ones. Oh wells. Mm. Yeah, let it be homo, baby. No incest though. Only gay. we'll just pretend like we're not. Yo, that's what I'm saying, dog. Everybody else has pride. LGBTI. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you haven't changed anything since you've done that? So like the stuff on the hard drive is still the same, right? Yeah. Have you checked like your BIOS? Can you like boot in through to the BIOS or something? Because maybe it's like also, or does that not, like, is it trying to boot and not working or something? Because that will tell us if you can't. Hmm. We should also see if there's any updates for your motherboard. It could be maybe your laptop. I mean your desktop is telling you that it's time. I think I can. Yeah. No, don't. Let me do it. No, okay. No. I won't do it right now. I promise. I promise I won't do it right now. Because which is yeah, literally, exactly. Also, but also I won't lie that it won't be tempting because I have to buy memory. My Clevo laptop is on its way, and yeah, so it's tempting because I'll be there. But all you need is a mobile and a CPU because I have RAM that I can spare at least for the time being or whatever. Oh yeah, if you want to change the case too. You want to have an optical drive again? There is some use cases to it. It's just, very, Oh wow, that didn't count. Hate this thing. But I want Demon Trainite. Wonder, I really... Can you, and so you can, yeah, you can't go to setup if it's freezing in post. That's so weird that it's doing that. That means something must be corrupted somewhere. I want to understand it, but I mean, you can let's do that and see if you can. Because if it fixes the issue temporarily, then it's tomorrow's problem, which is exactly how you should live your life, obviously. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Honestly, if it works, it works. Try a different USB. Maybe the USB is fucked up. Okay, and can you see what do you see any bootable stuff at all? Yeah, I try to boot into one of them and see if it'll work or whatever. That's so weird. Oh, nice. Oh, when it gets stuck there. Can you wait? Wait, where does it get? Oh, it gets stuck on the bootloader. Not you don't get like a terminal or anything. You get a terminal, you can do a lot with a terminal. Yeah, I don't know how to. I mean, you can probably do a lot with a grub terminal, but I've never actually had to. Well, I mean, I've just avoided it, to be honest, because I probably have had to, and then found ways not to deal with it. So I don't know. I wouldn't be able to help either. Um. Apparently, Seth Green got fucking scammed out of an NFT. Seth Green, do you know who that is? He was the creator of Robot Chicken. He's like credited for Robot Chicken. He was in Family Guy as Chris for Family Guy. He's done a lot of stuff, but I'd like the more recent stuff, I think. What? Oh yeah, probably. But I think it's hilarious. he got yoinked for yeeted for a fucking NFT that he like spent all this money to create a show for, and like right after he spent all the money, like it was like getting ready for release, he got scammed out of it. And because of how the NFT works, technically he can't even legally release it anymore because he doesn't own it. I thought that was hilarious. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna skip this guy and see if I can find a bonfire that way. That's closer. Because I know there's like a shortcut thing or something I saw somewhere. Because I think this is the only demon Trinite thing that you can farm. He all the other ones, once you kill them, they're gone. But there's one in that is literally whatever the fuck place that I'm going to right now. That regenerates. And this fucking axe requires a it requires Demon Titanite to upgrade it. And I want to put this bitch to the top. Maybe I should play with some of the swords too. I've been contemplating it, but I feel like it's too late. I've picked this. I'm hyper focused on it. Let's see it at its fucking best. Know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. Are you back in your cybersec class already? We never actually worked on a project. I apologize for that. Oh, but we can start. I mean, I'm little by little getting more into a habit again of doing stuff. So make it easier, and we can still start working on something like afterward and stuff. Or like you have decent amount of free time too, without even with the class. But obviously the focus should still be the class. But if we literally only dedicate our time during one specific time period, like we don't, there's no homework, quote unquote, you know, then it won't technically affect that, right? In theory, at least. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, it's hard to like find something to like get that focus, like the thing that will give you that motivation to keep just working on it, even during the parts that are gonna be tedious. Because even in the things that are stimulating, there's like those ups and downs, you know. At least for me. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, you can. Oops. Well, I mean, I need to do that too, but that's not what I meant to do. All right, let me kill this guy over here. I'm gonna take my time with these people now. And here I think there's 32, but in the server, 32. Oh, God, I'm fucking sucking ass right now. Wait, which one? Oh, nice. That's what I have. In my desktop. In the server, I should probably switch the two, honestly. But actually, right now there's not much going on in the server anyway, so. Yeah, right now there's literally nothing going on in the server. Oh wow, I was alive actually. I stopped playing too soon. But there's a 5600X in the server. There's a 5800X in the desktop. I think I have 32 gigs on this, and I have 64 in the server, so I can spare 32 from the server. Neo. Actually, you can probably see it if I do this. Boom. Yep, 32 gigs. And then, yeah, and so then the other one is 64. So I have 32 gigs that I can lend. I can give. I'm gonna give. I gave you that book bag. I have a problem with ownership, but let's be real. That book bag is yours. Oh, okay. Well, I'm from here on out. I'm trying to not do the same thing. Then I can give you 32 gigs of RAM that I have in the server just there right now. But I can give it to you. I forgot, but no, it's dual channel. It's dual channel, so it's 2 on 2. It doesn't have room for more than 64. Oops, this is gonna cost me. You can. Oh shit. My armor's at risk. You could. It wouldn't be a bad look. You have your computer on your desktop, right? I mean on your like. Where the fuck am I right now? On your desk. Well, I'm not going back right now. I'll tell you that much. Yeah. I like got over it a long time ago. I'm barely into the fucking clear panel. I like the clear panel because it shows like organization kind of, but I'm not even like like I'm not crying if it doesn't have it. Like LEDs is it's so early 2000s. Know what I mean? We in the roaring 20s, baby. Oh, I see now. Oh my god, I'm debuffed like crazy from my armor. Luckily, I can, yo, in that case, I should just be naked, right? But this is not where I do it. You can actually get them without Wi-Fi, but I don't mind. Wi-Fi also, they normally come with Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, and the Bluetooth is useful. Yeah, I'm about to buy a new router with Wi-Fi 6 for Manhattan. Because I told you I want to do like the switch thing, so it's not so cluttered. And also, like, it's kind of an old router anyway. It might be acting up, but obviously, unless you want to upgrade your router, I can pass that down. Oh, you're Verizon now. I totally forgot. Yeah, I know my router. Actually, I think it can if you like do a lot of work. Oh, yeah, I think you might be right, yeah. Yep. I had something to say. I swear I did. That was easy. Even though I died 3 times to this guy. Give me your soul. Humanate. Talisman. Leggings. Is this open? Oh, touch that door. That would be hilarious. Okay, there's a bonfire up here. Not with 20 fucking Estes because I didn't have to go so far. Aga. Isn't that fun? Getting like 5 frames per second real quick. There we go again. Just a quick picture. No! No! No, that's gonna kill me, isn't it? Nope, it didn't. Whew. Got that. Oh god, I gotta get into that wallet. So, there's like 2 ideas well, 2-parters, I guess, in the robotic thing that we want to do. One, because the idea was like a dog that's like with computer vision that can walk the streets and stuff. A service dog that's like robotic kind of idea, you know. So we want to get like working feet that will like walk like a dog, essentially. Oh, this one actually does have 20. Haha. And then we also want to do computer vision so that it can like understand its environment. That's where like AI stuff would come into play. But I mean, not that there isn't some stuff, but a lot of computer vision stuff is actually, there's a lot of open source libraries. I actually took a computer vision class. Not that necessarily. Oh, there it is. matters much for you because your coding is also limited in that regard, I think. But I feel like you understand how software works, and if you just like you understand the API, then you'd be fine, you know, because it's just a matter of calling their. Yeah, yeah. But I feel like your brain is similar to mine in that regard. You'll pick it up quicker than you're giving yourself credit for. Need to have the motivation to do it. Right. Yeah. Yeah, that is a big part of it. Oh fuck! No, let me go! I'm gonna kill myself. God, I have to actually still go down to pick up the souls to go back up so I can actually repair my armor because with 0 souls you can't do shit. I didn't think that through. I like to think things through. Just kidding, I don't. The plastic infect? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right. Oh my god, I did not know that. Wow. Where the fuck are my souls? Oh, huh? Oh, what the fuck? I don't remember pressing A. 5 fits. That's not dizzy inducing. So you gave me that Game Boy. You want to work on modding that with me? Or, ooh, actually, you know what I wouldn't mind modding, actually? I can actually have a decent, I can find money for, I want to put an HDMI on the Nintendo 64. Right? Yeah, we can. Oops, not the, have I been using the Nintendo Pro Controller? Oh my god, I'm still doing it right now! You saw what I was doing? I kept backing up because I was pressing B instead of A. While laughing at me for pressing B instead of A. Okay. I hate these guys, but... luckily I can fucking... Oh shit, one of them survived! I can AoE those little bitches. That was the most It's the trick, it's the trick, it's the trick. Wait, what the fuck? He doesn't actually give you anything if you don't... Get fucked, Marco. Little bitch. Yeah. I'm watching a video on the side as well. That's why I'll randomly laugh at bullshit. Oh shit, there's one fucking... I'm out this bitch. Give me your death. No, no, don't do that. No, 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 don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, okay, fine. You did that. Okay, you did that. Nice. Yeah, I think the server is a different chipset, but the desktop is an X570. And it's nice. I mean, obviously it's just firmware, so chips the North Bridge, so I don't exactly get to interface with it like that, but. Yeah, kill me, bitch. Ba-da-da, ba-da-da. Let's get the fuck out. Oh wait, it's we headless now because reasons. I forgot what happened. Oh, because I needed to wear a fucking fireproof ring, and I was getting tired of constantly having to swap rings every time I was getting into lava. So I finally destroyed this fucking ring. But that ring also had a. Oh, you were here for that, weren't you? Yeah, yeah. My bad. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is for the fans. The recap. What, Google stock? That does check out, I think. I don't see right now the math I just can't see anything going wrong negatively there. Yeah, exactly. You own Google. That's not the right way. Or maybe it is. Maybe I went the wrong way. Oh no, here we go. I knew there was one. Oh no, this is something else. I've, I beat this motherfucker already though. Why am I resting here? Interesting how this thing loops around. I can't visualize the map in my, like, the map in, this map in my head right now, because it folds in itself a lot too, like the, outside one does, but since it's inside, it's harder to really see it. It's all underground. If that makes sense. Bitcoin is like the invention of the wheel. It's basically the same thing. Bitcoin as the invention of the wheel. That revolutionary, do you know? Oh my God! Is that why we say that? I can't help but wonder. Well, I mean, like, things are being, like, why do we call things a revolution? Oh, it just sounds similar to what's the revolution per minute, right? That is the same word, right? You got me fucking fucked up now, dog. Fuck you. I know words, okay? I know words. Oh, maybe I should hit up Dylan. I was just thinking. When we were hanging out the other day, I was telling him about how I play Dark Souls nowadays. There it is. Oh, there it is? Never mind, I fucked up. Vaporware. I just learned that term and I love it. Little bitch. Get out of my way before I get flamed again. But that's basically how Ponzi schemes work. They sell you vaporware. The homie Elon Musk, he loves selling vaporware. He sells cars too. No, nothing like that. Oh my God, you could. But like Starlink is vaporware. The Cybertruck, the fucking he sold this like not the I mean the Cybertruck still also hasn't been available yet, but there's like a Tesla truck that was like for trucking that he it doesn't exist, but he fucking made a whole bunch of money off of people doing that. That also like the price of Tesla stock is not accurately reflective of the value of the company of Tesla, because a lot of it is speculation. It's all speculation because they think it's going to be in the future. It's Hyperloop actually technically exists, so I guess that's not vaporware, but it's not what it was supposed to be in any way, shape, or form, dog. But I wanted, since we're going to Vegas for your 21st birthday, we definitely going on that shit. You know that, right? Nah, it's in Vegas. Hell yeah. Go into the world. I mean, I guess it's very much made by someone who's autistic, I guess. Because if you don't like the trains because you have to be next to people, It solves that problem, but he doesn't even need to fucking be around people. So what the fuck is his problem? But also, it costs money. I didn't realize it's not just free or $2 or whatever. It's like $7 or something like that, or $10. But for the experience, you know. It has a bunch of different stops. So there's like the Las Vegas Convention Center that it goes to. I know. I think it takes you to the strip from one of the. So it could be like but we're probably gonna get a hotel on the strip, knowing like Joel and Raphael. They're probably gonna want to do it on the strip, you know, like do it up, which I can't blame them. I'd be okay with not doing it on the strip, but I'm not gonna not want to do it on the strip either. But like I know it has like a bunch of different places because it's like a subway. It's like it's basically a subway, but you're riding in a Tesla. No, yeah, because your Tesla doesn't go in it. You go actually, I'm pretty sure your Tesla can't go in it. Basically, you go down, like you're going onto a subway, and then it's not automated either. There's a driver there, so you have a driver, and then you basically are in the back seat of a Tesla with someone driving you to the different That's the plan. That's the plan, but currently it's not viable, so it's not there. That's. Oh wow. Pretty cool. That could be fun. I would be down to do something like that. I'd be down to even help put money toward it, you know? Only one of well, I called him since I got to hear it first. Cause I'm down to drive from Vegas to New York with you. Yeah. I think it'll be fun as fuck. Actually, I think it'll be. I think. Actually, I think. I. I honestly feel like it's gonna be like as long as you're not dealing with traffic. Once you're dealing with traffic, that's different. But I feel like for the most part, oh fuck, if you're not dealing with traffic, for the most part, it's gonna not be that different from an automatic drive, because like once you're on sixth gear, you're just chilling. Every once in a while, you'll slow down and downshift, you know, but it's not gonna be that different. I'm going the wrong way. How did I fucking do this? I'm just going in circles now. And now I'm gonna die, aren't I? I survived that. That's not that bad. That's not even how long is it to Cali? Cali's like right there. How long is the drive from Cali to to here, to New York? You know what, since you guys want to fucking... Dog, that's not even 2 days. Let's drive to Cali and then drive to New York. Just so we can do a coast to coast, you know? Nah, let's not do that. Or if we're doing it, we're doing it light, so we're not trying to get fucking... Because you have to fucking do some real shit to, you know, you have to modify your car. For good, I guess we're good for to be a contender for the first place. I guess we don't have to be going for first place, huh? Here it is. Yeah. And then buy a car in Cali. Then you bought two cars. That's a good point too. That's not the worst point, but also like a car is you buy a car to put miles on it, okay? Yeah, yeah. Like don't get me wrong, it's a decent amount of miles to like start off with or whatever, but like they're miles that you are putting in, and you're not. It's not like you're not gonna enjoy the fucking ride. Like you're not. Um. They're not miles that you're getting that are being. It's a cost efficient. It's cost efficient. Is what I'm trying to get at. You're not giving them up for nothing. You used to what? Oh, I can sneak up on him now. No, I did not know that. I did not. I wanted to yank him. I'm gonna put B next time. Wait, B is to run. I'm glad I caught that before the time came. This is much faster. Glad I opened up this shortcut. $2,500 what? Yeah, miles. Yeah, that's not. That's not. All things considered, you know. Especially considering, like I said, you're the one putting those miles in too. Like that counts for something. And it will be fun. Like it won't be unfun to. Like it's actually a plus in my book. You get to put 2,500 miles right off the bat from buying it. You don't have to fucking just spend 2,500 miles in traffic in New York City. You know? Mm-hmm. Oh, certainly, certainly. And by that I mean listening to Waze and making sure that the cops aren't. Yeah, yo. The radio scanner obviously is more effective, more efficient. Than Waze. What do you mean? No, but that I can see that too. No, I was thinking Waze because Waze tells you where there's cops, but that's user input. The scanner is actual police telling you. But a combination of the two is actually the most healthy because communication and whatnot. Scanner. Yeah. 2 million. Right. Oh, that's nice. I want to create. Okay, I've just been inspired. I want to fucking. But that requires a decent amount of computing power. But I want now to create an app that is the police scanner app, essentially, doing all of that. That just like incorporated, but like. So like you just have to own a police. So the app owner, the app maintainer or whatever, the central server running the app needs to have a police scanner or whatever. Oh no, it needs to have multiple, doesn't it? So they can fucking localize each and every individual county and stuff. Because like the thing of having your own scanners, it's gonna be localized to wherever you are, right? Yeah. Wee! Goodbye, souls. Oh, it's not on a fucking actual open. Fuck! Fuck New York and the fucking New York Police Department, man. They get too much money. You know, it's funny, which I actually don't think I believe, but I wanted to make a point, so of course I went to the most extreme. But I told Dylan, because me and Dylan were friends in like during BMCC and stuff, and back then especially, I was super fucking principled. Not that I'm not now still, but I've gotten older and understand that the world doesn't give a fuck about your principles, you know. Um, but like he was like asking, like, would you take a job from X, Y, and Z now or whatever? I don't know if it was Google, but Google was one of the main ones. No, I don't think it was Google. It was someone else. Because I said I'd take a job from Google. Fuck, I'd take a job from the NYPD at this point. Like, I don't give a shit anymore. But I don't think I actually would. But the point being that like a job is a job is a job. Oh my god, I was about to text him, and he texted me before I texted him. Yeah. Now I want to be a hacker and just find keys for days. Just spend an unhealthy amount of money on servers to just crack fucking encryption. Because you know they're not using fucking healthy passwords. These are fucking police people, you know, they're not tech people. You're right. They have a hefty budget. They probably are outsourcing that shit. Oh, what did you put here? The Uniden R7 radar detector has super impressive range. Oh, is that the one that you're getting? Or that you want? Oh my god, that smells so good. Privacy. Yo, Raul, I'm not drunk, but I love you, bro. And I feel like I don't say that often. And it's not because I'm drunk. I promise. I promise I'd have that thought if I was sober. But that's how I feel. Also, I'm lying about that promise. It's harder to say things when you're sober, isn't it? Hee hee. Come at me, bitch. Oh, oh, come at me, bitch. You care. I'm not twitching. You're twitching. Is that where Twitch gets its name? No, I have not. Thanks. I was wondering if I was talking to an empty void, but I just like let it be. I was like- You know, part of it is, being manly. I feel like because women know how to say it better than men do, but it's societal pressures and shit. But part of it's also I feel like at least in my head, it's like I feel like people know that already, but sometimes it's not even for them. Sometimes it's for me. I want you to know from me. I'm selfish, bitch. And I want you to know because I want you to know. Hmm. That's sick. Right, because technically, you're not supposed to have the scanner, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, we're right. That's awesome. We know. We know, and you know we know. So do it. That's good. Honestly, I mean, between you and I, capitalism has its oh fuck. Capitalism has its upsides, you know? It definitely has its downsides. But it has its upsides too. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and like trying to market it for those people while being like, well, also this is totally illegal and yeah. Yeah, yeah. But you don't want to draw attention to the things that are close enough because things can change. Tomorrow, what's legal today might not be tomorrow. 400. I did not know that was even a thing that you can do. Stock. How much is how much horsepower is the Hellcat? Oh yeah, actually, how much is the Bugatti? The Baron, that yeah, the one that like got super famous way back in the day. I don't know if too early. That's not blockable. And that's street legal, right? That's stock technically. So yeah, I guess I didn't know 400 is like a consumer's car because a Bugatti and those like other cars, they're not really consumer, you know. That's like the rich people who can get to play with money whenever they fucking want. You, mhm. Ah, yeah. So what did they call it? You know, this is I would argue, but I'm not an engineer in that regard. I don't know the ingenuity of designing a car and making a car, and I definitely don't know the plans and internals of how they make Nissan makes their cars. But I would argue that is one of the downsides of capitalism. Because why not just fucking make it 4 liters of displacement so you can be a 400Z and have even more fucking horsepower? But I guess maybe that's also it might be harder to legitimize the legality of it, but maybe not because there's a fucking Bugatti Veyron. Oh, emissions, yeah. Which actually are important, to be honest. Yeah, 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 exactly. Oh my god, I did not even think about physical space. That's why I'm not an engineer in that regard. Give me software, and I can engineer something. Ouchies. You wanted to do mechanical engineering. Why wouldn't you, I can see you making cars, man. You don't need to. Designing a car is a team. No one single. I mean, technically, sure, if you spend enough time, but technically, even that's not technically true. You're still working off of other people's work, you know, if you're doing that. But like, you don't have to focus on the part that's like creating the new sleek design. You can. Go ahead. Yeah. Hmm. We don't live in the 50s, dog. You can do more than one thing, bro. I know. I know. I also that's the fucking I hate this is the main thing I hate about this world because if it weren't for fucking the fact that you have to do it for money, you wouldn't have to worry so much about things like that. Like why not do both and like maybe you won't make it so hard on the on either one, but you can explore both curiosities and see how much you really fuck with either one. You know? Yeah, you can, but also, while we're not the most privileged, we do have a little bit of privilege, which is why you get to be able to do both. Um, but also, like, in that being said, that's not entirely true. You can do both, but the pressure is it's heavy on you more than other people because you have to find that balance between the things that you enjoy doing and also like finding something that will pay bills. Like you keep talking about how you feel guilty about the shit that people give you, which you shouldn't. I don't think you should. Like no one right now is giving you shit that you don't deserve. So like don't feel bad about it. But like you feel those feelings and that's like part of that too, you know? Like you need to find something that'll pay and you're I feel like such a cliche because I've been in both of these positions. You're 20 and with dreams and shit, but eventually your dreams either will make it and you'll have like a bias based on it or they won't and you'll be like now I have to figure out shit that works because eventually I can't just be like shooting in the dark forever, you know? But you should be shooting in the dark right now. Try everything, bro. Whatever you like. You know what I mean? Yeah. Well, so there's I don't think that's actually true. You don't want to do too much for somebody else because you like doing a lot of things. You just don't want to do it for someone else. You want to be able to have the freedom to do it whenever you want. You know what I mean? Your own free will. Wow, that one hit me. I don't think you want to stop. Like I mean, you want to buy a car. You want to do stuff with cars. You want to buy a home. You want to do stuff with homes. Like you don't want to stop doing stuff. You don't. You just don't want to have someone else dictate your autonomy on it. Yeah, yeah. Which I mean, part of the world we live in is having to at least look at it through the lens of something that's profitable. But it doesn't have to be something that you make money off of. You can still work on it just on your own. And like to be fair, if you're in a privileged enough position, it can be both. It can be that you don't do these things for profit. You don't do these things for money, but because you're in a position where you can work on it and then like sell this afterward. You don't care about making money, but because you don't need these things, you can sell it and make money. You know what I mean? That is the fucking dream. That is where you want to be. Where you get to just do things that you want when you want. But even if you don't make money off it, like it's not about making money necessarily. I'm not sober, if that's not obvious. Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah. I've been in denial, but I am set. Even though I fucking slack off all the time, I think we're both set. It is. But it's still not the same beast because there's still parts of it like you still have to deal with physics and stuff, you know. There's gonna be like a big as it actually shifts because right now I think it's not shifting as fast as public perceives it to be shifting. But because public perceives it to be shifting this fast, it will eventually be moving this fast. I mean, I mean, we're at the point where I think you would have said you wouldn't have said this a couple years ago, and I think other people would have. And we're in a position now where a lot of other companies besides like Tesla and like the tech crowd, like the actual automobile industry, is trying to move towards the same place. But that's because of, which is why like there's a little bit of truth between like the hype thing because the hype brings other companies there too, you know. But like you are right. I just think I think we're not at. It's not like you know, it's not yet like how combustible engines are. In like 2-3 years, it will be because a lot of the companies have actually pledged to do so. But also, pledges aren't always necessarily. Wait, I didn't catch it there. Wait, say that again? What for 30 grand? I did not know that actually. Oh my god. My mom is in the market? It was in the market. I don't know if that's still true. I should talk to her more about that. Because I actually think she should. I mean, I'm biased, but. Yes. But also part of it's fucked. But part of it's also even if the technology is here currently, I'm not that I'm the arbiters. Just because I didn't know it doesn't mean it's the case. I'm fucking clueless as shit. But it's not just the technology being here; it's also public perception of the technology being here. No worries. I said public perception of whether the technology is here or not is important. If that rings a bell. Oops. This is exactly where you should fucking be idle, right here. Now let's open your link. Here it is. Mm-hmm. Who is? Is the what of? Say that one more time. Yeah, they are. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Connector. Wow. They need to standardize. I mean, they still haven't done that for fucking with phones, but yeah. But they will. Fucking Europe did it, and that's all. Thank God for fucking global economy in that regard, because I doubt that iPhone. If once Europe, not a, Europe, like, why would? It's not profitable. It costs more money to build two different kinds of iPhones. So because Europe fucking decided that now the standard is USB-C, maybe the next iPhone will be USB-C. Oh, that is. Well, how do you connect to your phone to your computer? Holy shit! Hold up! I love the idea of it having a USB-C port, but it not being the charging port. Like you can't even charge through it, just to spite everyone. That's even funnier. But I was just thinking, like, oh, if you need to connect to your computer, here's a USB-C port. Otherwise, just charge it wirelessly. Mhm. Mhm. That's a good point. Nice. Yeah. Which makes road trips more viable on other fucking cars. You kn- you know what's sorry, I'm gonna throw in one thing real quick because it's related to what you were saying before about Tesla thing, and it's not related to anything else in this conversation. Um, I just feel like I see the thought process behind Xing out the other people, the other like car companies, but like money wise, not everyone could afford a Tesla. If you had like an affordable Tesla, that is the move to make. Don't let anyone else fucking use your shit because even the poor person could buy a Tesla. But since it's not that, realistically, what they should have done is made a poor person's Tesla instead of bowing down to that tweet. Is my TLDR. That's what it was supposed to be, but it's not what it ended up being. All right, so you were saying, hopefully you didn't forget. I think it's 35. By it's what? Oh, 40. Wow, even more. Which is like, wow. That's like a Beamer. That's a fucking Beamer. That's fucking disgusting. The broke man's Tesla is a Beamer. Oh, fuck. What were you saying? I was so invested in it too. Hmm. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god, that's genius. Genius. Yeah, yeah. That's pretty wild. Yeah, yeah, that is incredible. And here I go again. Yeah, yeah.
I wish the battery technology was there. You can tie it to the grid. Yeah, yeah, I did know that. But there's a limit to it. So the reason I was thinking about the battery stuff is because there's a limit to it because the way it works, and also like I gotta take a hit now. Like Texas, for example, when that whole shit with the ice stuff freezing over, the people who had solar panels, they actually weren't making money either because there isn't like a battery like there isn't a battery way you can't. A lot of our current electricity is like spent instantly, basically. And yeah, and sense of but the thing is, hold up, yeah, exactly. Because the problem with renewable energy is, that if we had the right, if we had enough renewable energy working all around, like in parallel, around the clock, and we just stored the energy that we made with it, we could actually utilize that storage. It would make it much more sustainable. But we don't have that. It is true, like storing like the kind of the fossil fuel stuff that we use right now isn't the best, but like solar energy and shit like that, if we can store it and then like use it during the winter or whatever, it would make things a lot more viable. At least from what I've read and shit. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, I had a good ass conversation. It was nice catching up with Dylan, man. Had a good ass conversation with Dylan about probabilities and stuff because I was thinking in terms of pure math, you know, and nothing has a probability of 0. Technically, if you try long enough to walk through a wall, and like you can live forever, and you can live forever, literally forever, eventually you will succeed. At least with our current understanding of how the world works. I'll add that for full. No, it does not. No, it does not. If you had infinite time, there is a way, because there's space. Nothing is actually fully solid. We're made of atoms that are made of quarks that are made of whatever, and there's space in between all these little things. If everything perfectly aligned, you can fit in between everything. It's just never gonna happen because, like, realistically, that's just you're being stupid. You know what I mean? It's just dumb. But technically, they had to be what? Sorry. That sounds a little familiar, but I wouldn't mind if you can give me a rundown. I wouldn't mind. So it's kind of like a fractal. That's cool. I did not know that. I mean, maybe I did know that at one point, but I don't. It just feels like new information for me. Well, yeah, yeah. Well, I'm also thinking in terms of like I don't know. Infinity is very incomprehensible, but and I'm thinking in terms of like how like quantum mechanics works. You know, like things are very weird in the quantum state, and so like quantum quantum structures phase through things all the time. That happens all the time. And you're made up of these quantum things. So like technically it's a multiplicative thing in terms of probabilities. So if every single quantum being that creates you decides to jump at that moment, you would phase through that wall. It's just it's a zero so big. It's so close to zero that like everyone might as well call it zero. But a mathematician will say technically it's not. I mean, it is. But a machine learning algorithm would disagree with you. I love that you said that honestly because I I hate the fucking people who think that AI is gonna surpass us and shit. Well, I don't hate them, but I hate that idea because I don't think that I don't think that at all. I think AI is just capable of thinking like us more efficiently than we are. But like if in a very technical sense, if you could make the most efficient group of human beings organize themselves to think very efficiently, they would have more computability than an AI algorithm. I'm gonna clean my ear on stream real quick. So, actually, I'm not gonna say this because I'm on stream. I can text you and talk to you about it later. It's about a job that I've started working where I technically haven't signed an NDA, but like I respect people, you know, and then their desires, and I'm sure they don't want me just blasting this to the fucking public. Yeah. I wonder how much of that is because of Korean. I fucking replace G and C all the time when I'm typing without thinking. Right? They're nowhere near each other on the keyboard. I don't know what compels me to hit that. They are, but they're not. In close in a sense, they're not the. You don't use the. If you use the like ASDF, JKL semicolon. No, I use my middle finger. I drop the middle finger down. I use the index finger for V and B. Oh yeah, I use pinky for Z, and then I use the ring finger for X, and then I use ring for C, and then the index finger is V and B. I think mine is technically correct, and the pinky being Z is technically correct for the like standard that they were trying to push on everybody or whatever. Because I remember learning that from an app, and then I was supposed to use my pinky for the one number, but I could not stand that, so I used the ring finger. So I think you're doing like the same thing that I would do with up, but you're doing it downward. Interesting. That is interesting because it's I feel like it's the same distance. It's just one's upward and one's downward, and oh, I wasn't a minute. Yeah, because that's the way it rests, and then shift, Q1. I feel like I use my right pinky more than my left pinky in here, but that might be because like I'm not a lefty or a righty really. I'm like a little bit of either one in different. I don't want to say I consider myself ambidextrous, but it's like in certain regards I'm a righty, in certain regards I'm a lefty. So it might be some of that happening there. Because like my pinky, the reason why I know for a fact the reason why my pinky is so like short range, my left pinky is so short range here, is because like when I was working on it, because I tried so hard to like be strict about it. When I was working on it, my pinky just felt weak. I just couldn't deal with like the muscle part of it. I feel like I was like straining to do it. Oh, that could be it too. That is a good pun. I love it. Oh wow, I use my ring finger for delete too instead of pinky. I remember like working hard on training the pinky. Oh, backspace. Sorry, for backspace. I remember working hard on on doing that for the delete, but I just like without thinking hit my ring. Used my ring finger. Okay, let's go back to doing shit on the stream. Let me crouch real quick. I really believed that for a second, by the way. If you wouldn't have said shit, I would have done it the next fucking turn. Actually, maybe I would have. Honestly, maybe I would have. It's variable to know for sure, but at the moment, I felt so like secure. Because actually, I don't think you did say. I mean, you did hint toward it, but you didn't. You didn't like fully give it away. And just like at one point, it's like, oh wait a second. Oh yeah, yeah, that is all you said. Yeah. I need to slow down and learn this thing's actual movement because I want to actually farm this thing at some point. It depends. I need to not be impatient, which is super easy for me. I love not being impatient. It's so hard to fucking time the B pressed. I was about to ask if you fell asleep because I don't have any understanding of how time works. And then I looked and there was a flame there. I was like, I feel like I've been here for a long time and I haven't seen Nita. Oh, also, maybe I'll work on the Game Boy on my own. But I want to mod. Tanawa a million years ago lent me his Game Boy Advance. Actually, he claims ownership, and so I'm gonna give it to him because he's the one that lent it to me and shit. But technically, between you and I think it's technically his sister's Game Boy Advance. But that's not my business. That's none of my business. You know what I mean? He lent it to me. I'm gonna give it back to him. I want to mod it, put a proper LCD and all this other shit in there. Poof. You down? Yeah. What's that? I like that. I like that a lot. I like, oh my god, like the right now next one because I feel like that's a lot of effort. Yeah, yeah. I like the idea of putting like a proper, like finding like, maybe not even a CRT. Oh no, you said TV, not a monitor, right? So it can be like big. Yeah, yeah, and so that way you can like fit it while having like you can fit like a flat screen in there too. Oh, I like that too. I'm bad at telling that. That was your what? Before you? Oh, I see. Oh, someone's done it before. I mean, it's 2022. Everyone's done everything at this point. Oh. Yeah, I'm down. I mean, I'm down to help however you want me to help as well. Yo, word. They used to be so easy to. I wish I was more of a hoarder in that regard now. Yeah, you're right. I hate the fact that I have so much garbage in my fucking apartment right now. Especially like, I mean, it's such a cliche, you know, like You become your parent. I grew up giving my mom so much shit about all the fucking crap that she had in her fucking room. And now I have all the crap in my room. Yeah, yeah. It's it's I mean, I'm convinced at least that it's just brain pattern stuff, you know? I don't even think it's genetic. I think adopted people feel this exact feeling. And there's definitely data to either prove me right or wrong, but I haven't looked at it, so I don't know. But it's just like if you repeatedly see a certain thing, like when you don't know what to do, even when you don't realize that you don't know what to do, your body just subconsciously will do what someone else has done. I feel like. I mean, no disrespect to your pops, but like some of his bad habits I've seen in me as well. You know what I mean? Yeah. Those are the worst ones. The worst ones because you want to pretend like you're in complete control of your own life and understand yourself the best. But there are certain parts of you that you don't get to see because you're biased about who you want to be and who you try to be and stuff like that, you know? So when other people point out shit like that, it stings. I mean, for me at least, it stings a little. When you know that they have rightness, like when you know they're not. It depends on who says it, obviously. That's good. That's good. Yeah, that is good. That's healthy. I think I had a lot of convictions that I'm learning to get let go of. I'm glad that you don't have that. Yeah, that's part of it too. Yeah, brains are self-preserving, so that's part of it, for sure. But if you feel that way, that's still like, my brain is self-preserving as well, and I feel this way, and that means that like, despite the self-preservation, yeah, uh, yeah, yeah. I think part of that is that, I mean, I'm biased, and I'm also like neurodivergent, and we don't know for sure that you are or not. So my assessment isn't necessarily adequate, but I feel like for me, part of it is that like even when I'm self-preserving. I mean humans in general from the research are self-preserving, you know, and like you want to see a certain way, and so you don't you purposefully without thinking ignore certain parts of the thing that you're doing. I lost my train of thought, but that how I feel about life at least. That sometimes you have your convictions, you see things a certain way, you try to do those things that way, but societally you won't be perceived that way. Your actions, yeah. Yeah, but like I think you should listen. I think you should listen to more to the original because like that thought was like, wait a second, now you have all this. That's a lot easier because you're at a place of rest and you can really analyze everything. I think it's as like easy as it is to like delve into that like, oh holy shit, I'm stupid for thinking this, or holy shit, why did I think this? Like a lot of fucking things are happening at once at that moment, and like you don't know all the things you were exactly thinking. You just know how you remembered it at that now at this moment now. You know what I mean? Yeah, but I think that counts too because like chemicals. It's not even okay. It's not even about. It's all relative, right? And so it's not even necessarily about how like chemicals in your brain works. But like the thing is, you process things in your brain at your speed, but that's your speed, and no matter what, you're perceiving it at that time. So like, I don't know. This might be part of the like realizing how like differently time works for me as a person with ADHD. Um. So maybe this doesn't necessarily pertain to everyone or to you, but I think that has like a heavy weight to that too. Like you at that moment you you only have so much time to think about everything and like truly come up to a conclusion. And then you come back to it later and it's easy to be like there's 7 different paths that I could have taken. And like it may have literally taken the same amount of time at that moment where you're like really rushing versus that moment where you're sitting down, but you don't have the pressures to like worry about anything. So you can really like just step back and think about it, even if it takes no time. Like the comfort has a part, in my opinion. Oh yeah, I love Wisecrack. Yeah, I agree with. Okay, I don't know if I agree with that statement, but I definitely feel like I am. Is that what you were about to say? You feel like you are? Yeah, yeah. Which is funny because that statement isn't even entirely true. There's certain it's the things that you have felt control over, losing control over things that you felt because you're not in control of a lot of things. I'm not in control of a lot of things, but like it's been so long that you've not been in control of it that you just have delegated it. You're just used to that. You're just like this is something I can't do. But when you like have repeated reaffirmations like yes, I get to control this aspect of my life and then suddenly it's taken away from you, that hurts. And it's hard to not just like it's not hard not to like feel like I don't know. I've come to the realization that I am still a control freak. And I feel like I've convinced myself for a long time that I like that go, that I'm not a control freak. But I don't know how people can't be a control freak. Like, how do you not try to, like, if you understand certain parts, how do you not try to influence those parts? But the thing is, like, I don't know. I'm just rambling now. I'm totally. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. It is another like aspect of that. Like it's like yeah. It could be. It could be. I yeah, yeah. I can agree to that a little bit. I think there's like this it's like a spectrum thing where like because not everyone is gonna feel that way when they watch Rick and Morty. You know, I think it's weird to assess to like give that much prescription to things because like part of it is still your own like divisiveness and still your own conscious but I know yeah, sorry, go ahead. Yeah, yeah, I think that's like the perfect wording for that. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I love that. That's like the perfect wording for me, which means it's perfect. Because if I interpret it correct, then the world will interpret it correct. Yo, real talk. By the end of your course, you might be. Well, I mean, at some point, I'm gonna try it, but it's not like I wouldn't spend money on some of that crypto on you, anyways. But like, if you get knowledge on Hashcat enough that you want to try to break into my wallet, please let me know. Because I know it's not more than like 6 or 7. It's not a very long password, which is why I think I can crack it. Yeah, and I yeah, I wanted to use RockU because I feel like RockU will encompass that, but maybe I'm wrong about that. You might know better about that than me. But I also feel like, and I'm not 100% because this now, especially as much time has passed, it feels like such a like fadey. Actually, I probably shouldn't say this on stream, to be honest. I'll text it to you in a little bit because it's like really, it's gonna be very, very detailed about the password. The fact that it's like this small is already, not that people have access to that password, but to the wallet, but still, you never know. You never know. Such an engaging stream. To be fair, that was probably like not even a minute, but in my brain that felt like 7 minutes. Oh, there's only 3 minutes extra in my brain, so that's not that bad. Yeah, same. You know, I'm learning about myself, and maybe me saying this might help you learn too. I'm learning that I have anxiety a lot. Good. I'm glad that I'm glad that you didn't have to fucking take a million years to figure that out. But I've learned that like the way that I do shit is by having anxiety. I didn't understand. I actually in my like teenage years or maybe like early 20s or something, I actually asked Raphael, your brother, what anxiety meant. Like I didn't understand the concept of anxiety. Yeah, yeah, but that's part of it. That the thing is, I felt that for so long that it's so natural to me that I didn't realize that that's like that's not how you're supposed to feel all the time. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Unironically, I one of the biggest thing I've learned about myself, and it was through watching a random ADHD video, is that I only get shit done through anxiety. Not that it's like what I want or like how it should be or how I like my body running or whatever. The only way that my body can function, rather. But I've learned that basically what happens is I put things on. I keep making excuses in my head as to why I don't need to do something right now, which is the ADHD part, I guess. And then I have no choice but to do it right now, and I'm super anxious about it, and anxiety kicks in and be like, dog, I know you want to put it off, but I'm anxious right now. And the only way to cure this anxiety is to fix this problem that you should have fixed a million years ago. Ring a bell? It doesn't have to. Right. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you're right, actually, because I do feel. I mean, not always, because sometimes I know what I'm supposed to do. I'm not like anxious about doing it. It's so mundane that I don't want to do it. But there's definitely situations where it's like, I'm anxious about tapping into this because, like, I don't know if I'm capable of it. And then I have to do it, and then all of a sudden, like, well, school is that. That's exactly what school is. It's anxiety. No wonder you feel that right now because you're more in school than anything. School is exactly that. It's like anxiety is about like, am I capable of this? What if I'm not capable of this? Shit, I have no time to think about whether or not I'm capable of this. I gotta do this right now. Yeah. That's hilarious. Yeah. Yeah. Even before, even after, like the NYU actually was that in high school too? The NYU cheating, yeah, teaching thing. That's definitely IT. Like, and that's what. Mhm. That's we come from the same cloth in that regard for sure. Because. Mhm. Oh yeah, multiple times over. So I am convinced that there are IT people right now that are less knowledgeable than you are. Yeah, same.
Hmm. Yeah, I feel like not. I mean, a part of this is a little bit egotistical. I won't deny that. A part of this is really egotistical, but a part of me feels like I fucking transferred a lot of my paranoia onto you and stuff like that. But because you're very intelligent, and a lot of the stuff that you're intelligent about things similar to the stuff that I was, and I was very I mean, I still am a very passionate person, you know. And I talked about a lot of shit that isn't necessarily wrong, but I don't know. You're a very smart person is the TLDR of that. And I'm starting to learn that I'm also a very smart person. Yeah. Yes, that's true. That is true, and that's what's like annoying. The annoying thing about getting more and more intelligent is that you understand, like the grasp and like how knowledge works and how like information and like all this stuff is. Because I guarantee you, and that's what's weird about it. You're like working on the percentage of the stuff that you should know, and which is good. That's how you should work, and that's how everyone should work. But when you also have to think about like profitability and like marketability and like how you are in the workforce, you also have to think about like the percentage of what you know versus the percentage of what the people around you know and the percentage of the people who are currently working know. And like since they're not incentivized to learn this shit, they're just incentivized to convince people that they learn this shit, and you just decided to learn this shit, you know more than the people who are working in this right now. Because people, a lot of the people at least, there are people, don't get me wrong, there are people working this right now that know more than you, that know more than me. But there are people working this that know way, way, way less than you. Way less than you. We're like in the 90 percentile, you know what I mean? We're like, there are 10% of people who know, and the thing is, it's a parabola, so like that's why it feels that way. Because the next person to you knows that much more. But the person behind you knows less, is not as greater. But there are a lot more beneath you than there are above you. If that makes sense. Yes. I think you're giving me. I mean, there's knowledge is weird, so like there are like I think you're giving me more credit than you need to, but you're also giving me less credit than you need to in some regard, or the right amount of credit in some regards too. But like there are things that you're way more knowledgeable than me about, and there's things that I'm way more knowledgeable than you about, which is why like knowledge, intelligence is very weird to like measure and stuff. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Brain. Well. Yeah. So I would argue in that, like, so for me, that would be, and I don't know if that's actually true, but for me, I try to abstract it as most as I can, and for me, the most abstract way to think about it is brain pattern recognition. Like we're pattern recognizing machines, you know. And so for me, what that says is that you're better at pattern recognizing than I am, and it depends on what you focus your pattern recognizing to to be whether or not it's valuable or not in society or whatever. And like it was reflective of what I have, so like I think you're a smarter person than I am.
if that makes sense. And in my brain, it's very logical. I can easily like mathematically prove it. That okay, go ahead. Hmm. Can obtain. Oh, knowledge. Yeah, yeah. Yes. Yeah. And understanding how that works too. Yes, I agree. I agree, and I'm biased in this belief, but in my opinion, that meta knowledge thing is mathematics. That's what pure math is. It's like it's being able to abstract everything into what like how it works logically. Because especially with computer being into math and computer science, because computer science was birthed out of mathematicians. You know, it's born out of math. And so the math people really intrigued me. I really feel like I'm biased in that regard, but I really feel like what intelligence is and what mathematics is that like understanding of meta knowledge, is understanding how knowledge works, how that like that pattern recognizing part, and like really analyzing that aspect of it. But that's me being really egotistical, and I acknowledge that part of it is my brain. You know, my brain wanting to be special and wanting to acknowledge that the things that I think are special, and so I can be super delusional in thinking that. You know, but I really feel like meta knowledge and like that, like that's what math is. It's like trying to like take anything out of it, to extract, forget the words and like the thought processes. Let's look at this at the most abstract way you can, and then you can add any, you can incorporate that in any way you want to any factor, you know? Bec- because like certain things are equivalent to each other mathematically, technically. Well, I meant like if you look at like algorithms, right? Like there are certain things, like there are certain functions where if you look at what your computer is doing, the way the bits are being manipulated, it's exactly the same, but it's just a matter of how you interpret the data, if that makes sense. So like the math part of it is the same. Like what you're doing to the numbers is the same, but you're visualizing it differently. And so like that's what metadata is to me. Or like metadata. You know, like like analyzing the metadata of things. That's what that is to me. Right. I'll be right back. I'm gonna piss. That it did, but I don't mind it. I like this type of talk. I'm totally not talking while pissing right now. Not at all. And I'm back in frame, but first I'm gonna grab some whiskey, some peanut butter and chocolate whiskey. This is something. I should buy more shit like this. This is stuff that I can sip on because I do enjoy this, but it's so like intense. It's like I wonder how people not like me drink this because the intense shit I still chug. Maybe I'm an alcoholic. Who knows? I'm not gonna hire a professional to analyze me. Unless I was cream. Oopsies. What I meant to pick up. Going on with dinner? No, but I mean, I am and I'm not. I don't care, and I do. I just noticed that there's nothing going on here, and I didn't want to. I wanted to make sure that you. Oh wow. Okay, you doing you? My bad, my bad. I should have figured. I hope you enjoy these chats as much as I do, Raul, because I fucking love talking this shit. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. I'm sure. So far, I guess it's mostly been on on my terms, but I'm sure if it wasn't on my terms, I'd feel the same way, you know? 'Cause it's about you wanting to be a part of it at that moment. But you can tell me to fuck off at any point, you know? Yeah, I'm not saying you don't. I'm just saying if at any point anything ever feel, I mean, I'm sure you feel that way, but right this moment, I'm like feeling insecure about it. Yeah, I can get that. Politics is weird, man. Cause it's so many factors, man. Yeah, I get that. And it's not like talking about the worst part about talking about politics. I'm gonna leave it at this: is that it's not like talking like this is fun and engaging and like it can help build stuff in your own head because it's like and it's not exactly self-developmental, but it has aspects of self-developmental. But like politics, don't you discovering things that like would it doesn't change the world, and like that's what politics is about. It's about changing the world, and you don't get to change the world. It just happens in a way almost semi-randomly because you're dealing with a bunch of humans and humans act randomly. And that's all I have to say about it. I won't say anything else. Well, that's a one-hit kill. In case you were wondering. I can't help but wonder. Yo, oh, thank you. Would you? I feel like I don't know. Cause oh, that's pineapple, isn't that? Cause I did a lot of self-doubt back in my. I'm not that I don't do that currently. Back in my day, but also now, currently too. But I can't help but wonder. I feel like you would. be good at any project you started working on. You want to help me core boot my laptop? I guess I can send you resources to start, but I don't fully know yet either what to do. I want to make it. Oh, I guess I'll send you like this open core stuff so you understand what I'm trying to do at least. And I know it's possible because the hardware that I've bought has already been open cored before. I haven't received the hardware, but I know that that won't work, so that's what I have to say about that. Because I know the science behind how the computer works. That's a fair point. But turning it on would answer that. Turning it off and then okay, you know what? That's a good point. If I receive the laptop and it's not dead because they left it on, and so when I open it, it's on, I have to turn it off and then on again to figure it out. But besides that scenario, I would know beforehand. But I love the idea of doing that, and then just fucking buying Clevo laptops and selling them open sourced, like core booted with like some Linux distribution on there. I might. Like super bare bones, like literally just a terminal. That's all you get. You just get a terminal. I mean, legitimately, I feel like that should be an option. There are people who want that much control. I mean, sell it bare bones also literally in the sense that there's nothing on there, but also sell it with like a bare bone Arch install, so you don't have to do like the menial steps, but then you can install the software that you want to install. Mm-hmm. Yo, legitimately, that is actually a great profit market right there. Especially if you like core boot it, because then you sell it as like an open source, like open privacy thing, like, and then you just sell their data. And like to be fair, you won't get everyone because all they have to do is not use your distro, but you'll get a bulk of them. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh my god. Okay. People, I mean, no matter what, there's always a way out. But you have your own custom distribution of core boot. So like the firmware that is the BIOS actually does it for you. Patience, young one. That's not enough patience. No, if I gotta have 20. That thing has range too. That's the most annoying part about it. I hate that. The NJ DEFCON just passed. I saw a thing for it. Yo! Yeah, you want to see me die repeatedly on this fucking demon what's the fucking name of the thing that gives me demon Trinite? Titanite demon, there we go. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is, cause like I know that well, I don't know every single move entirely, but I know most of the moves, but I can't react to them in time. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's part of it too. Like yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's one of the. I mean, I don't have the most amount of health either. That's like the most annoying part of it too. There's certain attacks that stun you for long enough that the next attack will just kill you. Not yet. I learned that this Titanite demon is the only one that's like farmable, or maybe one of the only one that's farmable. Yeah. And so I that's where I've set my guards, because this axe requires a Titanite shard in order to upgrade it, and I wanted to upgrade it. Play with it. Like my 0 souls. I'm excited for them, but I feel like Marcus made a really good point, or Mark rather made a really good point, that like if it's like way more difficult, it will kind of take away from the rest of the game if I just started with it. Because if I yeah. Yeah. So that's what I'm gonna go for. I did it again. I wonder if that's a Linux glitch or a fucking mods glitch or something. There are like certain spots in the game that I just like lose frames, and I don't know what to do about it. So far, like, see, like, so far it hasn't been in like, actually, there was one boss battle that would happen, like, every once in a while. But so far, I haven't been in like a situation where I'm like fighting or anything, so I haven't like cared that much. But I wonder. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Actually, at Blighttown, I was fine. It's loading up to the Quelaag where I'm like right before this Demon Ruins area, I would have it, and in certain spots on the lava, I get it. It might be like because I'm running it on Linux through like Proton or whatever. Too early. Sometimes you really have to full heal. I have so much Estus too. I should do it. It's part of the reason why I did it. I like filled up on Estus so I can like be a resource hog on my healing, but I still don't do it because I'm scared. What if the next time I need it? I only recently started putting into it. 18. Yeah, up until like very recently, like I actually grinded to get there. It was at 11. My stam. Yeah, I did. My stamina bar. Yeah. My stamina bar was farther than my health bar. The current one I'm not sure, but like I was like constantly changing. Right? Yes, I have. I have +1 on some of them. But I focus on upgrading the weapon. Yeah. +1 robe. Oh, only the robe. Yeah. Actually, I don't need to wear it right now. I'm no longer. I needed it. Yeah. Ooh. That could work. Wild tip. Wait, does that count? Oh no, wow, like actual. Hold up. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I do. I do have it equipped. Oh yeah, I have a couple of them too. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a good point. Oh yeah. Yeah. Word. Yeah. Yeah. Word. I have 5. I have 10 fingers. The ring I had on before the orange shard one like broke after you equip something else. Yeah, which is why I'm no longer wearing a helmet because that gave me enough to wear the helmet. Yeah, and I tried so long to not unequip it, but I hated because to get to Lost Azalea through Demon Ruins, like you have to go through lava, and I kept hating to like have to pause and switch rings to get into lava because I wasn't fast enough without Havel's ring. So I would equip the orange shard ring or whatever to get through the lava and then swap back so I can run. But I hated doing that, and it's like I think I'm ready, and I did not expect to not be able to run if I got rid of it, but I wasn't able to. So here I am, helmetless. Yeah, that's like the worst part about it. You have to be really precise with the timing because you have to do the dodge, you have to dodge it, not like get out of the way. Oops. So basically, the way I've gotten around a lot of like the harder bosses is just like filling the closest bonfire with 20 Estus because I need to heal like crazy. It's the Golemax. Yeah, and yeah, it is. And I should have paid closer attention because I could have used a regular axe, I think, but I used my great axe for it actually. Yeah, and I love that great axe, man. It was slow, but it was so powerful. That's the annoying part. Yeah, I really realized that I prefer like the fewest amount of hits. That's all. Like if I can one kill everything, yeah. I don't need AOE. I just need to be able to like boom 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 and I'm out of here. I do wonder what it is that slows it down because like technologically speaking, there's nothing that should be stopping it. Yeah, I'm running a lot. I'm running like the DS fix, and I'm running the texture packs. And I mean, now I left the frame cap for the longest. At one point, it became like really bad, so I kept I did the frame capping thing, but for a while I had it like uncapped frames per seconds and all that other stuff. So I was like over even. I think 30 is where it's supposed to be capped at, but I was over like 60. I was like at 100 plus at all times, except for like when going through stairs or other shit, which is what it was annoying. Like there were points where it would just like really slow down and would be really inconsistent. Consistency, damn it. It just takes one hit. Yep. It's already pretty beefy in terms of all the other weapons that I've had, but I want to see what it's capable of. Plus, as I like fight like the actual things that I need to, it's only going to get more and more difficult. Fuck. What's your favorite weapon in this game? Claymore. Yeah, I like the spin attack, but I couldn't get used to like the other attacks, I guess, or like aiming with the other attacks or something. I don't know. I did like the Claymore. I like the here I go. I like the amount of like damage it did, but hmm right. Like if I took the time out to learn like great swords, because AOE with damage sounds amazing, but I learned how to wield an axe and I just stuck with it. Halberds? What are those? Oh yeah, yeah. I've noticed. Yeah. Actually, I hated those. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah. I can see that. Like once you know how to use it properly, being very very powerful. But I feel like I'm too much of like I focus on one person, then another person, and another person. Hmm. Right. That does sound fun. And okay, so in the next one, I gotta try it out. Is what you're telling me. Even all the more reason to try it out in the next one. Because the next one is Dark Souls 2. Oof. Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. Timing that is so fucking hard. Oh my god, I almost fell. Yeah, it's a... Yeah. Yeah. And since normally I deal so much damage, I circle around too, and then it's just like I get one good spot where I can hit like 2-3 shots. I need to do that twice, and I'm done. But here it's like you really need to like, yeah, 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 Mm, yeah. But that means you have to time that roll perfectly. But I just have to commit to it, and like either I roll into it perfectly or I die because backing out isn't giving me time to get shots. I'm sure if you build towards it, it works, right? Hmm. Oh, that sounds so satisfying. That is one of my favorite kinds of. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. When I first got into Arnor Londo, those like flying brainy looking creatures, uh, the way like I first like attacked them was like I would have on my secondary a bow because I found this spot where I can like be super far away from them and aggro them by shooting a bow at them and have them come to me, and then I like, okay, we can have this one-on-one instead of having all of you attack me at once. But eventually, like leveling and stuff, I just was able to like isolate them and stuff closer. Or I guess also like learning how they work and stuff too. No doubt later. And what? You might have a bow in your inventory already. Or you lost the save file. Damn. Well, all the more reason to start with the copy that James gave you now. And then, I don't know if we actually can because apparently I think they stopped giving support for the Dark Souls. But there might be a way. Like we both know software enough. Like there might be a way for us to play together. Still. Word. Take apart what? I don't know if you're actually ADHD or not because you haven't been diagnosed. But one of the biggest memes for ADHD peeps is how I mean, I guess I'm not technically neurotypical, but how neurotypical people love to tell ADHD people, all you have to do is write a list. Like, just you can fix it all with a list. Anyways, what I'm about to say is that you should write a list with all these things. People tell me this all the time, and I never do it. So I won't blame you if you don't do it. Right? That's like the most. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Every time I write things, I'm convinced that I'm gonna go and look at it, but I never fucking do. So why do I spend the energy? But there's a part of me that believes that if like I just Pavlovian train myself to do it, then maybe I won't have to ever think about it anymore. But I'm not there. I've not been there for the past 20 years. So what's going on? And like maybe I should accept at a certain point what's going on, you know? And work around the limitation instead of pretending like I don't have it. That was intentional. I don't know how much movement let's out of curiosity, let's see. Oh man, it didn't hit. Oh man, he killed me. Oh, you're right, you won't. Actually, I'll drop down and get it and grab it. I have a ring for that. Oh, I'll go the long way. I wonder if it'll unload. It might be like, you know, it's far enough away there they can have two different maps load without you knowing. But I don't know if they had that technology when this game came out. That's like, that's why I love open source. I'd be able to find that out easily if it was open source. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I'm not gonna check. It wouldn't be easy for me to check it. It'd take like at least a day and a half, you know, of like uninterrupted, like being super curious and looking at it. Wouldn't it be great to have full control of what your brain did? I mean, maybe you do. Right? That's all that's missing. I'd be also down to start working on like a cybersecurity type project with you. Doesn't have to be with Dylan. It can just be me and you. Cause like that stuff fascinates me too, and part of the thing that stops me from doing stuff is my own insecurities about my intelligence. But both you and I are very smart people, and we can figure shit out, you know? So, like, let me know. I'm down. They're out there. Hold up. I can't both think about things and try to work these mechanics out. So let me just die real quick. It's like I survived. Oh yeah. There's a lot of things that will easily, like, they wouldn't even feel that, they wouldn't even think nothing will change in their life if you made those differences. Right. But you know, yeah. Yeah. No! I fell. Yeah. Well, here's where automation is beautiful. You set up a camera that delete, like, you can have even the tiniest hard drive for it, honestly, because like now you can just delete footage constantly. But as soon as the the locking thing is triggered, boom, this camera has to be, whatever is being recorded around is being stored. Know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, I'm sure. Yep. We're in a surveillance state. I had. Right. I can see there being potential if it's being locked, but yeah. Yeah. I meant without changing what's going on right now. I can see it once it's like in that state where it can't move or whatever, there being something that reads that. If that makes sense. But not, I mean, maybe I'm wrong too in that regard. Yeah, well, which already which already degrades the security of it. Like, you don't want to. What's that saying with the forest and trees or whatever? Like you. Yeah, that's the one. I didn't heal, but I also didn't take damage, so that's a fucking win. But that time I did take damage, so deal with that. The irony that like I basically one-shotted this. I mean, I guess part of it is how narrow it is, like as Jim was saying before, the area that I have to fight it. But the first time I ever encountered one of these things, I mean, I fucking died a million times to it with my weak weapon. But this weapon's way stronger now. And then like I didn't fucking win with that weapon. I went somewhere else, and then when I went back and I had like the Drake sword, I one-shotted him. And now I'm like struggling with with a axe that's way more powerful than the fucking Drake sword. Fucks up with that. Never heard of it. Never heard of it. Nope, 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 nope. I refuse to hear it. I don't want to learn. I just want to remain ignorant. Do it up. Do it up. Oh, then you can stream. It gives you a terminal. It gives you a terminal. You can do a lot with a terminal because we just want to look at your hard drive and other things like that. And I can also stop streaming and just focus on that too because it's late as fuck, nigga. I think tomorrow I'm gonna spend my time putting Proxmox on my home server. And then spinning up an instance of Ubuntu. Alright. Welcome back. Hello. Hello. Can you hear me? Okay, I can hear you. So yeah. I forgot what I was talking about. Wait, what do you mean by borders? Oh, you can alter that. The default, yeah. Actually, to be fair, that if you're running Manjaro, that's Manjaro's preset. So why did they choose that one? It might have been the default for KDE, to be fair. So it might be what KDE chose. In which case, I would argue that the answer would be because they tried to mimic Windows. Because I feel like the most default KDE things really try to look like Windows. Maybe that's just in my head. Wow, that literally one hit me.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to stop this for a little bit. That means I have to fucking come here. Oh, but that's actually easier to get to than the demon ruins. Now that I have the shortcut enabled. Why do I want to get souls again? Level up, I guess? Yeah, I'm gonna level up one more time. And then come back here. How long have I been streaming for? 3.5 hours. Okay. I'm gonna level up a little bit and then just quit the stream and shit. I'm set to go. Oh, fuck. I'm set to go. Hello. Shit happens. Oh, you can chat specifically in the voice channel chat? I did not notice. I'm gonna go check in a second. I'm assuming that's what those beeps are right now. No, I didn't. I don't see how to get to the voice channel of the Twitch chat. Oh, show chat. There it is. Hello, this is for voice chatting. I agree. That is algebraic. Come at me, bro. You hit me. I'll admit when you hit me. You hit me. Back the fuck up so I can fully heal. All I need is one. You're dead now. And this little corner motherfucker, I just gotta go right here. And now he's dead. Oh, did we have the same problem again? You're deaf and mutant, so you can't hear me and I can't hear you. Oh, now I can hear you and you can hear me probably. Yeah, what? You cut off in the middle of speaking. Wow, I don't know how to deal with the spins anymore. I'm old. Oh, are you talking through Discord in a browser? Oh, that'll do it. Yeah, that'll do it. Ah, coño, mierda, puñeta. Coño, mierda y puñeta. That looks like the Math Lab logo. Coño, now I drop. Oh, Ita. Let me heart this shit real quick. I got Spotify on in the background. I can. I can. I cannot. I can't hear you. So I will respond to the things you say. I'm incapable of hearing whatever you say. Oh, are you incapable of hearing what I say too? Yeah, if you can't hear what I'm saying, then that means that you. Oh, you can hear me. That means that I can't hear you. Then. That. I'm replying to you because I cannot hear you. Where the fuck did I just go? I'm dead, but I don't even know where I even just went. I was like looking away while I was moving, and I just assumed that I was gonna muscle memory in the right direction. How foolish. Oh, this is an open pineapple. Ah! I lied, it is opened. I'm gonna leave that lost power to rot in hell. Fuck that lost power. That's generally true. I can't think of a time that I had a poo-poo time that was pee-pee time. That was not pee-pee time. But that's the only thing you need to use to disprove that theorem, because you know that every time you pee, as a male at least, as a female, you can. Actually, that's not true. I've definitely pee timed, and then had to sit down right after. Does that not count? If I finish peeing but then sit down to poo, does that not mean that the pee time was poo time? I'm asking genuinely. But if you said it with the pee, then it's a pee time that had poo time. No? I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe. I see what you're saying. Right. I see what you're saying. I can prescribe to that belief. Okay. I think I I'm ready to call it quits. I'm gonna die one more time and then call it quits. And on Dark Souls. Mm-hmm. So Dylan works for Amazon, by the way. And so he can just spin up servers whenever he fucking pleases. Yeah, he has a Minecraft server just running, which I thought you might appreciate. But like while we were chilling there, he just like spat. Yeah, or that's a good point. But while we were just chilling, he just spun up a server that had like a 32 core CPU and four and like NVIDIA AI like CUDA GPUs. I know what? Nice. Yeah, yeah. What was I gonna say? I wonder what's going on back end with the AWS because I'm sure there is some open source technology powering it. Because like, why wouldn't they? Yeah, it just makes sense to, economically speaking. Someone already did the work for you. Why not just build on top of it? Oh yeah. Oh, for sure. That's kind of at this point is a necessity. I pressed B. I pressed B there too. But that time I think I pressed it too early. Okay, I'm ready to call it quits. Reflective. Yeah. Yeah. That is annoying.